Hi there, it's Grandma and it's story time. And today my story is about penguins, and this one is called Papa Loves You, Tiny Blue. Now you're going to find it interesting because the story is about penguins, but they're different kind of penguins. And in the back of the book, it kind of explains it. And it says that Tiny Blue is a little penguin. And little penguins are also known as fairy penguins or blue penguins and are the smallest penguins in the world. They like to live in warm places, such as Australia or New Zealand. Because when I read the book first, I thought, my goodness, why are they not in where it's cold, like most penguins? But apparently, tiny penguins, little penguins, are different. Papa loves you, Tiny Blue. Tiny Blue was very little, but his head was filled with very big questions. He thought his papa was very wise. He must know the answers to everything. How old is the ocean? Tiny Blue asked his papa. It's older than you or me, Tiny Blue, said Papa. It's even older than our great, 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 great grandparents. Wow, that's very old, thought Tiny Blue. He peered into the water. A tiny blue penguin with big feet and little wings looked back at him. Papa, he asked, why can't I fly? Will I learn someday? Papa smiled. Penguins aren't born to fly, Tiny Blue. Our wings are too small. But we were born to swim. Ooh! So that's why I have such big feet, cried Tiny Blue. Papa? Yes, Tiny Blue? What are those wibbly wobbly things? Above their heads, hundreds of creatures bobbed and swayed, lighting up the ocean like colorful fairy lights. They're jellyfish, Tiny Blue. Wow, gasped Tiny Blue. Now Tiny Blue and Papa plunged deep, deep down toward the sleeping coral and swaying seagrass. All around them were creatures of every size and color. Tiny Blue was full of curiosity. Papa? Yes, Tiny Blue. What's the biggest fish in the ocean? Is it true that Daddy Seahorses have babies? Do starfish live in the sky as well as the sea? Papa, is there sand on the moon? That's a lot of questions, Tiny Blue, said Papa. Let's see. The largest fish is the whale shark. Look. It's very big and scary, gasped Tiny Blue. It may be very big, but whale sharks are gentle giants, said Papa. But these seals aren't as friendly as they look. They like to eat penguins for lunch. Quick, swim as fast as you can, Tiny Blue, and no more questions. Papa? Yes, Tiny Blue. Will you always keep me safe? I will always keep you safe, Tiny Blue, said Papa. There's no question about that. As the sun set, Tiny Blue and his papa swam to the shore. Papa, asked Tiny Blue, how do you always know the way home? I follow the same path every time, Tiny Blue. One day I will teach you, and then you will know it forever. How long is forever, Papa? Asked Tiny Blue. Papa smiled. Aren't you tired yet? Tiny Blue and his papa settled down in their nest in the soft sand. Papa, do you know the answer to everything? Nobody in the world knows the answer to everything, said Papa. Some questions are so big we will never know the answer. Now good night, Tiny Blue. I love you. Papa? Yes, Tiny Blue. What is love? Oh, Tiny Blue, that's a very big question. It's one of life's greatest mysteries. But if it's a mystery, whispered Tiny Blue, then how do you know you love me? Tiny Blue's papa cuddled him tight. I just do, Tiny Blue. I just do. The end. And at the end, along with telling us about the tiny penguins, here are some of the answers to Tiny Blue's questions that didn't get answered. Like, is it true that daddy seahorses have babies? Yes, absolutely true. The seahorse daddy carries his babies in a pouch, just like a kangaroo. Do starfish live in the sky as well as the sea? No, the stars in the sky are very, very different. They are bundles of energy that glow and twinkle, and you can even wish upon them. Is there sand on the moon? There is something similar, but not quite like the sand we know. It's called moon dust. The end. So it's kind of a cute story about a couple penguins, and I learned that all penguins don't live in the cold, and these penguins like to live where it's warm. And I learned a little bit about love. All right, I hope you enjoyed the story. Grandma loves you.